What is up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video tonight. I hope everybody had a great Tuesday. We're almost to the middle of the week. Always a great thing to hear. What's up, Connor? Cardboard Carolina, RB, Guns. What's up, fellas? So, first off, I want to once again say I do apologize. For the past couple days, I don't want to get into a constant negative pattern, and discussions and opinions and everything like that. Those are perfectly welcome. But me personally, for putting out content and information to you guys, I don't always want it to be negative. I know sometimes it has to happen because that's part of the hobby and part of sharing information. It's not always going to be bright, sunny skies with no clouds. But after back-to-back nights of just kind of like being off kilter, I felt it was best to just personally apologize. And I really do appreciate you guys giving some ideas of some things you'd like to see. I mean, that's what I get on here for, to give you guys information, or things that you might wanna watch, or talk about, or whatever. So tonight I'm going to do a little bit of kind of two things, but it's not going to be fully on it's not going to be fully on the PC side. Several of y'all said you would like to see more of our PC and that sort of thing. And then somebody said something about the playoffs coming up, which is a good topic. And it could be interesting. I don't 100% know exactly how it works. I know what teams are in it. I think they're still trying to iron out the details of how the format's going to work and everything. But it'll be fun to watch. I mean, I hope it works well. I hope everybody can stay healthy and they don't have to stop again. It could be good for the world. I mean, basketball is a world sport, so it could be good for the world for basketball to get back, and then obviously hockey is supposed to be back as well. So that's two major international market sports that could really help things and give people something to cheer for. Um, so, um, First off, and not to bore you guys and sit and talk for a while before I get into anything, or to get into everything, just a little bit of background with me as far as basketball cards. I started collecting, and I was really heavy into collecting basketball cards in the early 90s to the early 2000s. So basically, I was a huge Shaq fan, as I've told you guys. So I collected heavy on Shaq and Penny Hardaway. And then when Shaq went to LA, I couldn't jump on the bandwagon. So I actually started rooting for Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury. And then obviously Kobe came around in 96 when Shaq went to LA. So that was kind of cool. You had Shaq and Kobe and KG and Starberry. And then this kid named LeBron, started popping up, hearing about him in high school. And I still remember ESPN televising LeBron's high school game. When he was at St. Vincent St. Mary, and he played, what was it? It was the team here in Virginia. The name's slipping my mind. But anyway, so I started following him, watched his game on ESPN. I actually recorded it, back when there was VCRs. And then I remember buying basketball, pulling LeBron rookies. Um, those of you that may not have been around when LeBron's rookie year was, that's it, Caleb. Oak Hill. For some reason, I kept thinking Farragut, but I knew that was wrong, so I didn't say it. Yeah, Oak Hill. It was Oak Hill and St. Vincent St. Mary. And anyway, for those that weren't around or buying cards when LeBron was a rookie or in Connor's situation, not even thought of yet, um, they did, and I'm pretty sure it was Topps Finest, did these redemption cards. And what they were is kind of like the Panini XRC cards where you pull a card and it would just tell you what draft pick you had. And I remember being so torn because I got the number 2 pick. And I didn't know what to do because I wanted LeBron. But there was so much talk about Carmelo possibly going number 1 and LeBron going number 2. So I didn't want to give up number 2 in a deal to get number 1 because I was afraid, well, then I'd get Carmelo. But anyway, so I took my chances, and for those of you that know, Darko Milicic was drafted at number 2. So I was very disheartened. But anyway, so probably around, I don't know, 05, 06, I stopped collecting pretty much completely until I moved back over here. Yep, that's it, Finest. They gave you them little draft redemption cards with the numbers on them. You got the mini boxes. But anyway, guys, I moved back over here. I bought a couple boxes of football, but wasn't really back into cards yet. Me and my wife, as I've told y'all, we got back into cards in 2017. But we were buying like football, and then we got into baseball, buying baseball. We really didn't get into modern basketball until September of last year. And what got us into it was we had started breaking, and we seen prices and like how basketball breaks would fill up, especially NT. It was like crazy. Now we weren't buying into them; we were just watching. So anyway, September of last year, we went and bought a bunch of 2018 Prism Solo boxes. And at the time, they were $125 a box. It's also what got us into grading, because we pulled a Luka Silver, a Luka Green, a Luka Red, White, and Blue, and I don't know how many base, Trey Young, Ayton Silvers, Bagley, so it was awesome. That's when we got into grading, because I sat on those cards for a couple months and I showed you guys the PSA orders I had sent in. That 15 card PSA order was pretty much all basketball. It was actually all basketball and some Ronald Acuna. That was all 15 cards. Needless to say, we got the cards back about November when Luka was blowing up, and the 14 cello boxes of Prism we bought at $125 a box, we paid for off of Luka Doncic. So everything else from 2018 has been pure profit. And That's one reason why I talk on the retail thing so much is because we really enjoy ripping cards. And I'm going to show you guys an example of that um, just so you can see um, how much we do enjoy. I'm going to start off with just these are just cards that I have stashed. These aren't really part of my PC, but it'll give you guys an example just on the quantity I'm going to show you of how much we buy and rip and hold on to. And this isn't even like good stuff that we've already sold or stuff that I have sitting over there graded listed for sale. This is just things that we have either ready to be graded or stashed away. And really, this isn't PC stuff, but, and this is from last year and this year. We have pulled a total of, I think it was 13 checkerboards out of this year's Optic. These are two rookies, Cam Johnson and Cody Martin. We also got John Morant. We had Luka. Rui. We hit Rui's checkerboard. I can't remember everybody, but here's two rookies, Cam Johnson and Cody Martin. But you guys can just see this is all hollows and silvers of guys that we have stashed. I'll go through here real quick, but there's 2018 Justin Jackson, Jordan Poole, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Servetus, McDaniels, Lucas Simonik, Jalen Hands, Cabangeli. There's 18 Prism, Hutchinson, Hayes, Schofield, Vincent Edwards. I mean, I don't know if y'all want to really see everybody that's here, but it's a lot. I mean, there's Kurucs, Brazdeikis, Melton. This is all. I will not buy on the secondary market. I will not. This is why. That's why I'm showing you guys this. Everything that has been bought from the store, not secondary, and that's why it upsets me so much, because there are people like a lot of us out there that just enjoy ripping the cards, and not reselling it. Cards or guns. Yes, I do have Thibault. I'd have to check and tell you what I have left, because there's actually a guy that was buying Thibault off of me because I actually had a lot. I actually had his Prism Silver Auto. But Keldon Johnson, Jerome Robinson, Zaire Smith, Kyrie Thomas, another Simonik, another Zaire Smith, Jalen Noel, Watanabe. Okay, so there's one stack. There's Watanabe, Jordan Poole, Cabangeli, Billy Preston, Grayson Allen, Windler, Jordan Poole, Brazdeikis, Cody Martin, Svi, another Grayson Allen, Bruce Brown, Jordan Bone, Keldon Johnson, Cody Martin, Kyrie Thomas, Kurucs. Now we're into some Optic. There's Fernando Hollow, Nasir Little Hollow, another Nasir Little Hollow, Cabangeli Hollow, Schofield, Roby. And then here's Justin Jackson, Cody Martin, Kevin Knox, Bruce Brown, Justin Jackson, Jalen Hands, Vanderbilt, Frazier, Jerome Robinson. There's some more optic, Keldon Johnson, Cody Martin, Cam Johnson, Gafford, and Gafford. Now, here's some that I do have in card savers. There's Jackson Hayes, 2 of him, Mikael Bridges, Landry Shamet, Nasir Little, 2 of him, DiVincenzo, Miles Bridges, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, and 2 Paschal. I'll tell you guys, as far as silvers and hollows, we did pull 2 RJ Barrett. We pulled 2 John Morant Prism Silvers. We pulled RJ Barrett's Optic Hollow. We pulled Jaws Optic Hollow. We pulled Zion's Optic Hollow. And as I told you, we pulled Jaws Checkerboard. As well as PJ Washington and Kobe White, Cam Reddish's, all sorts. I sold some raw. But that is what I have stashed. Just guys that may have some potential later on and that I've stashed away. That's why I get so upset about the retail, and I just wanted to share that with y'all because that was all legitimately bought and ripped at, retail price. And it's just sad that, we can't. But I'm not going to stay on that topic because it's like beating a dead horse and there's nothing I can do about it. But I wanted to share that with you guys so you could just kind of see a different side. All right. Now, first up, I'm going to share, because I've told you guys, enjoying cards isn't all about collecting the most expensive cards or the hottest player on the market. Sometimes it's fun to just sit back and pick a guy and collect him. And the first one I'm going to show you is somebody that I buy. He's not worth much, and that's awesome because I can buy him all the time. The reason that I buy him is we pulled this. This is the Prism Choice green scope of Elie Okobo. So we actually hit this, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start collecting this guy. It's numbered out of 8. So it's one of the lowest numbered prisms that you can get. Obviously, there's the black gold, the black, the nebula. So there's lower ones, but we pulled this. It was out of 8. I was like, you know what? We already got one of the low ones. Let's go ahead and let's buy some more of him. So, and I don't have these in any particular order, but let me sort through real quick. Okay. So, obviously, we got the silver. There's the white sparkle, which is another tough one to get. And these actually, guys, if you've never seen one of these things look awesome in person, the white sparkles. There's the purple. And this one is out of 75. There's the purple pulsar. And it is out of 35. There's another silver. There's a silver auto. Another silver. There's the pink ice, which is not numbered. There's the purple ice, which is out of 149. There's the blue, which looks awesome with the jersey match, even though it's purple, but it looks blue on the card. $199. This is the Choice Auto. And then the red, white, and blue, the Choice. Then there's the Optic Hollow, the Optic Orange, which looks really nice with the uniform, and it's out of $199. There's the Optic Choice Auto. It's got that Mojo Dragon pattern on it. And then here is a certified out of 10. So that's kind of just a guy. He's really cheap, and it's kind of just fun to pick up here and there to add to the rainbow. Is he worth anything? No. Is he a great player? No. But can I have fun picking up low-numbered parallels of him? Yeah. And sometimes that's what it's about, just having fun. I mean, you know, would I ever bought Elia Kobo if I never hit the green out of 8? No. Because honestly, I would have never been interested in him. But so it's just fun sometimes, you know. And I have some more guys here. I'll show you. Like, okay, Troy Brown Jr. Obviously, I live near DC. This guy has actually got some talent. The Wizards need to get their team together, and he could actually be a good part of it. He has some games that he does really good. And I love how the Contenders Optic have the color match on their parallels. So I have both versions of his Contenders Optic Auto. I have his Choice Auto, which again is red, so it matches the jersey. I have the Stainless Stars, which this is an actual metal card for those of you who've never seen any of these before, but it's out of 99. And then obviously the Optic Shock. I have a lot more of him, but these were kind of like the parallels and the autos. I picked this dude up because he actually was putting up some good numbers. And I was like, you know what? His name is Firkin. How can you go wrong with buying a guy named Firkin? So, went on. I seen he didn't have hardly any cards, but I found his Prism Rookie. I got the color match in the blue. It's numbered out of 199. So I got a Firkin Korkmaz rookie. You can't go wrong with that dude. Somebody else that I pick up here and there is Mo Bamba. You know, he might peak one day, turn into a KG type player. Who knows? But I have teenage kids, and they listen to that song Mo Bamba all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy some Mo Bamba. But there's this Prism Auto. There's this Choice Rookie. There's this Silver. Again, what I was talking about with the color match on the parallels. There's this Auto from Contenders Optic. And then 2 red, white, and blues. If y'all remember, I told you that I bought a Lamar Jackson Black Friday numbered out of 10. It looked similar to this, except this is the Cyber Monday version. But this is Mo Bamba, and it's out of 10. And you can see on the back, it says Cyber Monday right there. So I had the Lamar like this that I picked up for, I think it was $9 or something like that, and ended up selling it for $150, which then I took that money and bought my Lamar Prism. So, and then these get me. This just kind of shows Panini's quality, and I've just kept this card. This is Panini Encased. So this is one of the cards you can get from Encased that's already graded. And this card was made, sent to Beckett. They slabbed it before it ever even hit a pack. And it got an 8.5. So that's just crazy to me. But we hit this in a break back when we were buying into breaks and stuff. And so I've kept it. It's not valuable, but I've kept it. Now, Cards is going to be mad at me, but I have to be open with everybody. Here's a guy that I think could have some potential, and that's Gary Trent Jr. If anybody remembers when what's his name? Man, I can't believe I keep forgetting names. Lillard and what was the other dude? Anyway, when they had when the one dude was out, not Lillard, but damn it, it's driving me nuts. I can't remember his name now. McCollum. When CJ McCollum was out and Gary Trent Jr. got to start, he was putting up big numbers for, never really having time. And so I have a few of his. I have a few more that I have stashed away, but I pulled these out. Cheap cards, but a player that is on a team with some young talent that could potentially make moves in the future. So I think Gary Trent Jr. is kind of overlooked. So he's someone that I have. I think he's got a lot of talent, and if he could mix in with CJ and Dame, I think they could be pretty good. Let's see what's next. Okay, I've graded a lot of what I have of Luka and Trey, but I do have these that I haven't sent in. These are just out of Chronicles, but like these here, this is a clean looking card. So I do have these set back. I don't know if I'll grade them or what, but they stay stashed away. All right. Next, you guys have seen a lot of these, but I've been buying Allen Iverson. I think he's another one that's undervalued. But here's his SPX. I've showed you guys most of these, so I'll just go through them. But some of you may not have seen them. But here's his Little Big Men's Skybox Z-Force. This is a die cut card, but it looks really good. There's this Finest Apprentice. I got several of these Bowman's Best Retros. They came in a lot. I purchased. There's an EX Iverson rookie. Skybox Premium Iverson. This is one of the greatest pictures ever for a guy's rookie. I mean, I love this card. Even though it's just a basic Fleer card, I love it. So, there's this Fleer. There's another SPX. This one looks better than the other one. That's why it's in the card saver. There's this Bowman's Best. There's this Topps draft redemption card. There's another EX Iverson. There's Flair Showcase. Another Bowman's Best. And then overlooked cards. People want the regular Topps. I really like these NBA 50ths. I've showed you guys my Kobe. But yeah, I have the Iverson 50th. Let's see. I thought I had more of this guy, but I must have him in another box. But I have picked up Ray Allen. There's an Ayers. This Ayers does not have the coating on it. Since this is so off-centered, I actually used this as a test dummy to see how hard it was to get the peel off of them. So that's why the cover isn't on this. And it's not easy, guys. It's not that easy. There's 2 EX of Ray Allen. Again, I talked to y'all about the NBA 50th. There's the Allen 50th. And then here is a much better centered Ayers Ray Allen. All right. Next up, cards will go crazy over this one. I'll show it again for those who haven't seen it. There is the Kobe Ayers. Love this card. There's the Kobe LeBron that has blown up. Kept this. This was another pull. The orange ice jersey. And it's got the yellow jersey. So really like it. The orange and the yellow jersey piece go really well. Plus, this is game used jersey. This was an unreleased set that my wife picked up off of eBay for us. I don't know much about it. I don't know if they'll grade it or not. But it's by a company called Scoreboard. And this was an unreleased Kobe rookie. So I don't know if they'll ever grade it or not, but it's actually acetate and we have the full set. There's his medal. This one I picked up on accident. I did not realize how badly off center it was, but there's KG, Jermaine O'Neal, and Kobe. This was the first card I snagged after the accident. The Bowman's Best. I grabbed this one. Okay, here is another card. It's just ironic the way the photo is in this and just everything that happened. It kind of just looks like he's in the sky looking down. This is actually the error version. It's supposed to have his name in foil up here. There's several that were misprinted without the name on it. But this is the Rising Star rookie. And then have the Upper Deck SP. Yeah, cards. These will definitely all be going in. I just haven't been sending PC stuff right now. There's his Metal Universe. This card, the camera doesn't do this card justice. These Metal Universe cards look awesome. And then here's another one. This is his Cyber Metal. Another one that looks really cool. So far, those are guys that I've picked up. Like the older guys that I watched growing up and everything. Like I told y'all, 90s. I'll go ahead and show you all these while I'm at it. And you guys have mainly seen these, but there's the Shaq auto. I told y'all the story about this before. I had this card as a kid, and I thought the auto was fake, so I got rid of it. I was a huge Shaq fan. I realized now it was real, so I picked another one up. Funny how that works. I told y'all the story about this. This was a $9 buy back when I was planning to buy more Shaqs. And failed to do so, but at least I have the original tops. Here are my Kobe Tops rookies. The regular, and then the NBA 50th. And then the purchase I made back in February, not expecting, the LeBron 03 rookie. This was a $225 buy. So there's those. Now, I've never really talked about it. So I'll show you guys. Some people have talked to me about like players I like or whatever from the new class. And I actually went online right before I got on, and I noticed these have gone up. And I also noticed that compared to the mosaics, these are way above now. But this has been my pick for this year's draft. So there is 6 silvers of Brandon Clark. And these look to be running about between 40 and 50 raw. I did not realize they were up that much. But there is 6 silvers. Let's see. Again, I don't have this stuff sorted right. I'll just go through it. I will just go through it. How about that? So, there's a red, white, and blue. There's a green. There's an orange ice. Another orange ice. Another orange ice. There's the purple wave. Good night, Connor, man. I'm glad you got on. Here is the red wave. Here is 2 hypers. These are the hyper prisms. Here is 5 red ice. Here are 4 pink ice. Let's see. There's 2 more green. Another orange ice. 2 more green. Here is this is just one of the Prism draft picks, the pink pulsars. They look cool. There is his Prism rookie penmanship auto. And then Donruss, the red and blue burst. Numbered out of 15. And then I have some more optics. I gotta find them because I didn't have them with my prisms, but here's a blue velocity. I do have more of his optic parallels. But I'm gonna tell you guys why. I don't have fast break, Mike. I don't have fast break. I'm going to tell you guys one reason, well actually a couple reasons why I have so many Clark. First off, the first time me and my wife opened Prism, we pulled 3 of his silvers. First batch we opened, 3 silvers. I didn't really know much about him, but my name is Brandon. So I was like, hey, that's cool, you know, another Brandon. Well, I looked his stats up, and I could tell right away that he was going to be a decent player, you know. I looked at his player efficiency rating. I looked what he was scoring coming off the bench and the minutes that he was getting, and what he was doing with those minutes. And I was like, you know what? This kid is undervalued. The hype with Zion, the hype with Ja, the hype... Even when Prism came out, RJ was selling real high. Tyler Hero was selling really high. Rui was selling really high. But Brandon Clark wasn't. So we pulled some more, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up some of the hobby parallels, and that's how I got the hypers, and there was some other hobby ones in here. I thought I got a couple more, but I grabbed, you know, a few more orange ice. And so I haven't bought any of them in a while. I've been sitting on these since probably January. Right when Prism came out, I was just pulling them, keeping them, and buying, you know, some that I found cheap on eBay. So that's how I have so many of his Prism. Now, I did notice that his Prism cards have went up. And I noticed somebody said, why have these not been submitted? These are PC cards. And right now, while I'm submitting, I've been only submitting cards to move. And I have 30 some here, and I only send an order of, you know, 110, 120. So in order to keep things flowing, I don't want to send 25% of my order in as PC cards that I'm not looking to sell. So that's why I haven't submitted this stuff yet. They will be going though. I do promise you guys 99% of this stuff is going to be sent in. Now, just some things that we have set back from our grades that we're holding on to. Because like I told y'all, we don't sell everything. But I have the Tatum Optic. Unfortunately, it was off-centered and it only got a 9. There was also a scratch on the surface. So it's not worth selling it to me in a 9. I'll just hold on to it. I think Tatum's a great player. I have the Rui, red, white, and blue. I like the way this card looks with the jersey, the Wizards jerseys. So I had multiples of these, so I kept one. Trae Young. I have 3 more of these, so I kept one of them. I told you guys I really liked these cards, the My House Purples. So when I sent in the Ja and the Zion, I kept them too. Back in my first order, I got the 10 of Zion, so it has stayed. And then also the hot guy from 2018, Luka. So, yes, I know these are only the Donruss, but to me, this is my collection. And I like the old school rated rookie. You know, yeah, the optics are nice, I won't lie, but, you know, these were cheap pickups and something to add, you know, just to the collection. Nice cards. They do have value. And then the last 2 from basketball that we have kept in our collection. And these probably would sell pretty decent, but sometimes you just got to hold on to stuff. But that's the twin gold Giannis. So these have stayed in the collection as well for the basketball cards. It's the purple shock and the green prism. So, now, I've told you guys before, I have a box back here that has a ton of Prism and Optic rookies in it. That's another reason I wanted to show y'all the silvers that we had. Because if you've seen how many silvers and hollows we had, just imagine how many base cards are back there. So we do open when we find it. We did open a lot of Prism and Optic this year. Unfortunately, after that, that's when the well went dry with retail, and we have not been able to open anything since. But it was fun while it lasted. Do we have Gaffords? Yes, we do have some Gaffords. Actually, this guy, that's 2 optic hollows of him. And I'm going to tell you guys why it's disappointing to pull these. Daniel Gafford was in the sequence of Ja and Zion. I can't remember if he was after Zion or after, well, Zion was after Ja, so He was either before Ja or after Zion. He was like right there. Um, so when we pulled these, it meant that in two sequences we got the guy that was right there. So that was kind of disappointing, but we did pull a Ja and a Zion hollow, so it was no big deal. Plus the Ja checkerboard, which was a pretty awesome pull. But Mike, I'm pretty sure we do, um, because he's someone I've held on to. I can look and let you know. Yeah, it was something like that with the sequence. Gafford had something to do with Zion and Ja, but we got two of his hollows and that sucked. But so just real quick, I don't want to get into prospecting or saying who you should run out and buy for the playoffs. I will say there are some guys that I think you should keep your eye on. Um, the playoffs could be really interesting, but I really personally like Clark. If the Grizzlies can make a push, Clark could be a big piece to that puzzle for them to make a push. Um, there's several teams that have interesting guys. I've seen all you guys like naming off like AD and Kelly Oubre and who else did you? Yeah, LeBron James. I've heard of that kid, but not 100% sure. Um, but I was going like reading all you guys. Klay Thompson was mentioned. Anthony Davis, Shake Milton, Cam Johnson, Matisse Thybulle. I've been hearing all of those names, but I'll tell you, I think somebody that people are still sleeping on, and the kid's pretty damn good, is Karis Levert. Um, he had some pretty big games there before the season stoppage. So, Kyrie's out. I don't know if KD's eligible to come back and play or what. I don't see Brooklyn making a big push. But Karis Levert looked like he's got some talent. So I didn't hear anybody mention his name. Yeah, Shy's another one. Levert got hurt. Yeah, Shy Gilgeous Alexander's another good one. Um, but he's one that's been known, since last year, really. Yeah, KD and Kyrie both are out. I still think Karis Levert can put up some numbers. I don't think Brooklyn's going to make a push, but I think Levert is someone overlooked that nobody ever mentions. Um, I think the dude's got skills. Actually, if you look at their last game, if you look at Brooklyn's last game, um, let me click on this real quick. They actually beat the Lakers. So, let's see. Let's see what he did in that game. Brooklyn Nets. Box score. Yeah, right here. See, this was the Nets' final game. Um, they beat the Lakers 104-102. Levert had 22. Now, granted, that shooting wasn't that great, but he almost led the team in scoring, and that was with no KD and no Kyrie. So they beat the Lakers without them two, and he put up good numbers. I mean, you had LeBron and AD putting up 55 of the 104 or 102 they scored. So, if they could beat LA, who knows, But I just was, throwing a name out there that I didn't see anybody mention that I've had up here for a little while watching him play. I don't like prospecting in basketball because a guy puts up, 30 points. The next day, everybody's buying his stuff up thinking he's going to do that every night. And that's just not feasible. Now, if you see him consistently doing it, then, he's worth keeping an eye on. This Kuzma, he could be the secret piece to this puzzle too. But we'll just have to see how it plays out. It should be interesting. It'll just be nice to get the games back, period. I want to show y'all a perfect example of why to be careful jumping on a ship that has a weak bottom. Do y'all remember this guy and how his prices blew up because he had a couple good games and was starting? Do y'all remember that guy? People jumped on his ship and that thing dropped. Like, he had a couple good games. People went crazy buying his stuff up. I honestly wished I have a ton of Doomboya. I have a ton of it. And I was like, if anybody from Reddit is on here that remembers, I posted a comment and said, should I sell this guy now or should I hold? Well, I didn't sell, and that boat passed on by me, and I really wish I had jumped on board dumping it because, man. Yeah, exactly, Level. He could still be good, but, man, there was a short period where that dude's prices, like, he was the hot stuff. And, unfortunately, I let it pass on by. But it happens. But yeah, for those that don't know, the Wizards and up are in, and then the Suns and up are in. And that'll be the teams in the playoffs. Really, I think here down will stay out, and they will stay out. I think the Blazers and Grizzlies will battle for that last spot. Mavericks, they pretty much locked. I think these two here will be the two to battle for that last spot over here in the West. And these guys will be out. But I think Lillard has enough drive to possibly, if depending on how the matchups go, I think he's got the drive to get them in there. So we'll see how it goes, but it should be fun. It'll be interesting to see how this layoff affected the players as well. Um, Another thing that'll be interesting is, well, I guess it don't matter. There won't be no fans there. I was gonna say the home and road records, since they'll all be playing on the road basically, except for maybe Orlando. But I forgot the fans and all that won't be there, so that won't really make a big difference. Level, you might actually have a big dude. I have some Nicola Melli's stashed back. That dude can ball. For as big as he is, doesn't look like a finesse type player. He can shoot. He's impressive, and he's kind of a grinder. He'll battle, so you might have a good point right there. Yeah, Mari, I'm not calling like who's gonna be the champion. Um, I was just kind of saying who could get in at the last minute. Um, Really, I think when it comes down to it, it'll be one of these two and one of these three. I think that'll be what it's at. The Raptors have some talent. The Celtics, Tatum could lead them, but Giannis is Giannis. So you got to get through Giannis to get there. Um, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, Lakers exposed Giannis, but who can do what the Lakers did? That's the thing. Um, so I think I think it'll be between, and I mean, obviously, it kind of looks funny because, oh well, he's saying the top two teams in the West and the top three in the East, but I don't think any of these teams can compete with these three teams, and that's why I said one of these three. Sixers maybe, but I don't think Simmons can lead them. I think there's too much controversy on that team. Um, and then I think the Jazz are gonna have too much controversy. Um, the Rockets could make a push, but you don't know. I think it's really gonna be one of these two and one of these three, but not to like point the obvious. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to hop off of here again. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys putting comments up, giving me ideas of things you would like to see here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, seeing the basketball side of the collection because I don't talk about it a lot. I've told y'all we opened a lot of basketball, but I mean, how many of y'all, unless you've personally talked to me, thought we had this many Brandon Clarks? I mean, probably nobody. Um, and that's why it's fun sharing collections and stuff. Who thought that I would have, all of these Elia Kobos. I mean, it's just that he's my fun guy to buy because he's cheap, you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Getting a little bit more background on like how I collected basketball over the years and kind of who I collect now. Seeing just how many silvers and hollows that we have stashed, I think that kind of was a visual explanation of just how much, you know, we enjoy opening and keeping. And then seeing the older guys that I like to buy, you know, AI, Ray Allen, Kobe, obviously. There's a couple more I'm looking at picking up. Just haven't got around there. There's so many players I'd love to buy, just not enough money to buy them, sort of thing. So, but anyway, guys, I do appreciate y'all getting on. Keep an eye on the Facebook group. I'm gonna try to set something up to where we can do like a group Zoom or something at some point. I'll probably post and see who would be interested, and try to get something scheduled and set up. I think it could be fun. So anyway, guys, let's have a good Wednesday. Remember, stay healthy, stay safe, and until the next video, I'm out.